pace car, a former champion here at Sandusky in '66 from Youngstown, Ohio, John Sandquist on the outside of him. From Wilwick, Ohio, in car number 7, Kenny Adams. In car number 96, Ron Stokey. In the 7 car from Chippewa Lake, Ohio, Rich Duker. In car number 31, man coming out of Indiana to join us this evening, Bobby Blount. In car 07 from Wickliffe, Ohio, Rusty Adams. In car 10 from Eastlake, Rusty's from Eastlake. In car number 10 from Sterling Heights, Michigan, Art Summers. Car number 12 from Massillon, Ohio, Bob Cibala. In car number 4 from Fairlawn, Ohio, Scott Baker. The 47 car from Grand Rapids, Michigan, Freddie Campbell. Car number 29 from Barberton, Roger Black. The remainder of the field closing up. The pace car coming in. Here we go, 30 laps of feature racing, super late model style. And as they move down the back straightaway, a good race developing already. It's Sandquist out front. On the outside, Adams trying to make the move. Art Summers looking for room to try to work up to the front. Here they come, 1 in, 29. Art Summers now up to the number 2 spot. Roger Black in car number 29 beginning to make his move through the pack. Summers now around and into number 1. Sybil into number 2. Sandquist running 3rd. Adams battling with Duker for 4th. Black on the outside trying to make it 3 abreast in turn number 4. And Blount down into the guardrail, and on the turn number 1, we've got cars everywhere. As after the melee, cars coming together all over the racetrack. As the safety crew's doing a job down there, the drivers, everybody getting checked out, and that's of course what's our prime importance right now.
This guy right here.
And some heavy impact and damage to these cars. Back to Barberton to the shop and do some work. The number 1 of Tom Urban closed in on him, and he had nowhere to go, and he got aren't quite up yet because they're coming up. There was a lot of impact to that guardrail. To finish up, we got to talk about the go-kart track. And there's been a strip of asphalt laid down in the pit area. And that may not seem real important to a lot of you fans, but these super modifieds with the tires, it helps them, and hopefully doesn't want anybody to think he's trying to pull anything here. Just wants to get in the pits, take it checked out, and hopefully if it's minor. Adams, Fred Campbell, Tim Ice, Rusty Adams, Scott Wagner, Rich Duker, Bob Blount. To go and roll once again. The pack will close in. A white flag displayed. A lot of feature racing still to come your way in this one. Here we go, let's watch them. Down the back straightaway, Art Summers in the number 1 spot. Sibla in the number 2. Adams trying to hold 3rd. Duker and Campbell. Sybil out and trying to run away from the rest of the pack. Joe Wetznitzer with problems down into the infield. Here comes the lead car. Summers behind him. Duker now moving up the road. Tim Ice on the roll, and Tim Ice now up to fourth. As Sybil and Summers still trying to run away from the field. Summers still right on his tail, waiting to make a move. Tim Ice running third, Duker fourth, Campbell fifth, Wow, sixth, Adams seventh. Tom Urban, with problems, takes it to the pits, and Sibla still feeling the pressure. Right on the tail of Sibla, and Tim Ice in a clean third as the sights now set on the leaders. There's a lot of ground to make up. Summers right on his bumper. A two-car battle royal with Tim Ice closing the gap. Yellow flag. And again now. This one, as we said, Bob Sibla feeling the pressure put on there. Art Summers right behind him, and now it's going to be interesting as Tim Ice, Fred Campbell all join right in that chase. Definitely anybody's race, anybody's program. Here we go. Watch them now as they come out of turn 4. The green flag flies. Silver on the high side. Out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Summers regains the lead with a move right on lap number 1 of the restart. And now Tim Ice tries to do the same thing. 3 cars running under a blanket down the front. Tim Ice into number 2. Sibla running third. Now Tim Ice wants the low side of Summers. Summers says no way. It's Art Summers, your leader. Tim Ice into number 2 spot. Sibla third. Duker battling out for fifth. Down the back straightaway, Tim Ice trying to make the move down low on Art Summers. The Iceman tries low, Summers getting sideways. Now Tim Ice comes down low on the front two. Art Summers puts his foot in on the way back, can't do it. And now Tim Ice takes over the lead. Tim Ice is your new leader. lap into traffic. Halfway in. It's still 65. Tim Ice with the big lead now. Art Summers in the number 2 spot. Similar running third, Campbell fourth. Duker with problems taking up that pit area. Lap after lap, they continue to roll. As they narrow it down again. Watch them once again. The Iceman out in front, showing everybody around. Art Summers still holding second. Civil Campbell Blount right behind him. As Tim Ice setting the pace forward. And we got second very own slowing on top of turn number 2. The yellow flag has to come out. Let's watch them now.
Take off. Come on, take off.
Out of turn number 4 they come. Tim Ice leading them down the back chute. Art Summers still second. Bob Sibler running third. After lap, they continue to roll. As they continue to move around this track and narrow down into the final few laps. For the number 2 spot is once again Tim Ice stretching out the number 1. Ice simply flying around this facility. Look at the pack of cars coming. Simple and Blount coming through. 5 laps are all that are left. Tim Ice out in front. Tim Ice way out in front. As number 4 is taking into the pits. Tim Ice coming around as there are 2 to go. As Tim Ice looks for the right flag in the initial, Larry Booth.
1 lap to go. As Tim Ice can coast it in from here, he comes on the turn 4, looking for the checkered flag, and Tim Ice. Second place, Freddie Gaylord. Third place, Art Summer. But story in the late model feature tonight has to be the Iceman, Tim Ice. As he opened up a substantial lead, looked really good throughout the race. He comes down for the checkered flag. Let's give him a big hand, Tim Ice.
And Tim Ice coming up in front of us to take the victory lap. Akron area, Fairlawn, Ohio. The Iceman cometh in. The Ranch House Western Wear sponsored car number 65 does it tonight in great fashion. The steering wheel coming out. Ladies and gentlemen, here's your winner. How about a hand for him? Tim Ice. Tim, come over here. How's it feel?
It's great.
Is this your first race of the year?
Yeah, first race, first time out.
So you won the first one, you're going to do the rest of the year too?
Well, I hope so. We're going to go to Toledo tomorrow and try.
We talked, you've been here before. I mean, a long time ago, you raced a lot of stock car action here, right?
Yeah, I raced here last year and had a head gasket and stuff go out and had problems, but we finished third at the beginning of the year last year, so I like the track real well. Wish you guys would run us more often.
Well, we wish we could have late models here more often. It's a lot of fun. Competition tonight was unreal. I mean, Summer, Sybil, everybody, on the restarts, did you think you could get around them that easy?
I didn't know if Artie could get underneath Bob, and I was going to try to stay on Artie because he always tries to get underneath people, so I just stayed behind him and it worked.
With the mess down there on lap number 3, what happened? Where were you at?
I was supposed to be in front of Roger Black, and I didn't get started right, but I was right behind Stokey, I think. I just missed it. I seen Roger bouncing off the wall and looked pretty hard, so I'm glad I wasn't up there.
Okay. Want to get a quick plug in here for your sponsors?
Yeah, I got a new sponsor this year. It's Ranch House Western Wear, and they sell boots and all your Western Wear stuff and everything, and this is the first time they've been involved in any kind of racing. And so it's cold turkey for them, so I'm kind of glad we can win it for them.
And who helps you with the car?
And the guys all help me, and I have Weaver Oil also. That's who I work for, and Herman Brothers Excavating also sponsors us. So it's John Rohr helps on the car quite a bit. I got hooked up with John about a year ago, and we started going faster, so works real good.
Well, Tim, congratulations. One more. How about one more round of applause? The Iceman, Tim Ice, our victor tonight. And ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of, I'll get out of the way so you guys can take pictures. On behalf of all of us here at Sandusky Speedway tonight, we thank you very, very much for coming out and helping us with our opening. Todd up there in the tower, the whole crew doing a super job, and I want to thank you for letting me be here tonight to get things started at least. We hope that you'll come back with us and join us each and every Saturday night for our regular racing programs. We get underway next week at 7:30. It's the Mall Merchant Night, Sandusky Mall Merchants, sponsoring next week's racing action. We hope you're here. Super Modifieds, Sports Stocks, and Street Stocks. Once again, it's early. Stop back in the pits, visit the drivers, meet them, stick around, enjoy yourself, or have a safe trip home. On behalf of all of us here at Sandusky Speedway, please drive safely, and we'll see you next Saturday night.